Welcome back to the NinjaTalks podcast, a show for curious minds highlighting learning and tips that help experts evolve better.
Do you know what it actually takes to make a breakthrough in data science? Well, that's exactly what we are going to talk about in episode 11, Data Science in Real Life. This is Sneh.
And this is Ria. Our today's Ninja guest is Vijay Pravin Maharajan, Data Storyteller, 40 under 40 data scientist, awardee in India, a TEDx speaker, and leading mobility at Siemens AG, Germany. Welcome, Vijay, to the Ninja Talks.
Thanks a lot, Sneh, and thanks, Ria, for having me on your show. It's a pleasure for me to be here talking to you guys today.
You are touching various domains and you have expertise in various fields. What have you realized about unlocking excellent professional journey through your experience?
I would say it's the urge for learning. And in my opinion, I never stop learning, and I always suggest this particular mantra. It's the continuous learning graph that I had in me because since childhood, I've always been a street smart guy. You can call that way. I'm not a bookworm. I always try to find the loopholes and the easy ways to finish a task. In my opinion, it's a key aspect in my professional career.
So, as you said, you always had an urge for learning since your childhood. So, people aspire to make a breakthrough during the early stage of their life. So, during education or early stage career, what was the fuel behind presenting 50 research papers during your undergraduate?
Yeah, so it was actually because of a failure that I had early on in my career. I was initially a dropout from an engineering college. I had to redo my first year of engineering because of some personal reasons. So that, to an extent, pushed me to do a lot of things. So I always wanted to excel in whatever activities that I do. And I was in close contact with a lot of my seniors and professors where I take key elements from each of them. So, as I said, I learn every day, and that helped me achieve certain things. And in this graph, I'm happy with what I have so far.
Great. So, as a daily learner, what are the steps do you take on a routine basis to improve your learning or to learn or explore new things?
So, I get to interact with a lot of people. So, that is what I do constantly. So, networking is one thing that I believe to the core. So, let's say network is your net worth. Let's say social media age where everybody owns an account on various platforms like WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and whatever platforms you name it. It's about how well you are connected with the people. Let's take this as an example. I mean, you guys contacted me through social media, and I'm speaking from Munich, Germany. So that's how I unlock each and every opportunity, and I try to make use of it.
Yes, as you said, interact with a lot of people and networking to the core. So nowadays, LinkedIn has become an influencing platform to showcase skill sets and grab opportunities. So, what is the real essence of building a personal brand?
Good question from you, Ria. So, especially people back home, particularly people from India, see LinkedIn as just a portal where they can search for jobs. But it is not exactly meant for just job search. So, on LinkedIn, you can learn somebody's inspiring stories. Let's say they post their journeys, they post their struggles, they post their achievements. So, you can actually learn a lot of things other than searching for jobs. So that is why I always urge people to have a solid LinkedIn profile because in this digital age, again coming back to this digital age, a two-page CV isn't going to work in all the cases, especially in the near future, especially after this pandemic. One should have a solid LinkedIn profile, or let's say a digital profile, be it a website or a blog, which can help boost their profile. So personal branding is one thing that everybody should start focusing on, particularly in the future. because with the competition, you could be thrown into a sea. So you should stand out from where you are.
I completely agree with you. So, any points that you feel uplift someone's profile or social media presence or personal brand in terms of when we talk about LinkedIn, and there are numerous other platforms that showcase person's real worth. How would you identify that?
There are multiple ways. Let's say if you want to create a visibility, if you want to create a branding, as I said, you can share your journeys and what all the success stories you had, or let's say you can share the results. Let's say there are multiple ways for every problem. So I could have chosen plan A, you could have chosen plan B, and let's say Ria could have chosen plan Z or something like that. So one should start looking for opportunities. So as I said, learning is one stuff where you can also do that on LinkedIn provides a learning opportunity as well. Searching for jobs is one thing, and networking is another thing. So if you are in close contact with, let's say, key technical experts from the industry, then particularly in such situations like pandemic, even if you lose out a job, you will not get into depression mode. So you will have the confidence that okay, things can go wrong, I can find the next job in the next few months or let's say weeks. This is how you try to build on your skill sets or whatever you call it.
Yes, I completely agree with you, Vijay. Nowadays, based on the current situation, people are losing job, and data science is a booming profession. So, as an experienced data professional with a passion for turning raw data into products and actionable insights, meaningful stories, and developing next generation analytical techniques. So, what are some of the fascinating insights you have come across working with data science?
Mhm. The one good thing about data science is it can be applied everywhere. It can be applied to any domain. So be it pharmaceutical, be it retail or finance industry. Let's say my domain is I work for Siemens Mobility, where I work for data from trains. So that's one good thing about data science. So if you look at my personal career, I have worked with a telecommunications domain. I have worked with Telefonica, and then I moved to Volkswagen for a small stint, and then now I'm working with Siemens for a couple of years now. So this gives you a broader perspective, broader range of work uh, fields. So you shouldn't have to be sticked to a particular domain. And data science is also an interesting aspect. I mean, come on, now everybody is talking about machine learning, artificial intelligence, data science, and automating a lot of stuffs. So that also gives us as a whole new energy to always learn new things and to apply things because these things are fascinating. I mean, if you look 10 or 15 years back, yes, there were data, but a lot of data were not really used. I mean, nowadays, see the impact of elections. I mean, the previous US elections was determined by a data science company. I mean, it was from what is that firm called from UK, Data Analytica. It's a firm from UK. They determined that Trump will take over the last elections. I mean, the previous one to this one. So that's how it is revolutionizing the world.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like, if we look back from our days of learning in college, it was something to be explored. It was probably an early stage of machine learning, data science. Today, we look at the things which are backed by data and stuff like that. That's very fascinating, amazing, I can say. People are progressing a lot. Uh, and to, on a similar note, according to you, would you mind sharing some of the insights or uh, some of the points or probably some of the guidance from your experience, that what does it take to
Yeah.
build a great career in data science, or probably even, let's say, what common myths to avoid during the journey?
Mhm. So the generic myth that I come across is, if I am a mechanical engineer, can I be a data scientist? If I am an electrical engineer, I cannot be a data scientist. So that's the general bottom line that people uses in social media and everywhere. But that is totally wrong, because I myself, I am an electrical engineer by background. I did bachelor's in electrical engineering, master's in electrical engineering, but look at my career graph. I am comfortably sitting in Munich, Germany, working for Siemens as a lead data scientist. So your background is not the barrier. So you shouldn't have a particular set of barrier on your mind that you don't have the particular skill sets or background for a data science. So it all depends on how you pursue things, how you look at things. So it's depends on individual perception. So I would suggest people to, let's say, take up online courses. Of course, YouTube is one brilliant source of learning. So nowadays everything is free. I mean, if it takes just 2 minutes to log on to YouTube, just use that search button and look for data science contents. And even if you are not satisfied with YouTube, there are so many other platforms like Linda, Udemy, Udacity, Swayam. So many learning portals are there. So you have to find a way, keep learning, and you should never give up. I mean, a lot of people, what they do is they come into data science world, they look for a course or two, they invest 3 to 4 months, and then they'll ask for results. Come on, it's not a low hanging fruit. It is something that is at the top. So you need to have a perseverance and patience, and then it will give you results. So let's say the position where I am sitting now, it took me 6 to 7 years. So it's not an easy journey, because obviously coming from an electrical engineering background, you need that particular patience and perseverance. And of course, you should practice a lot. So I've had a lot of practices in the past. So without practice, one cannot rule any domain. So be it data science or blockchain or it's a whatever domain that you are in, keep practicing it and have patience and perseverance, and that will take you to bigger heights.
Great. That's a really wonderful insight. On that note, probably I must ask you now, for someone who wants to understand data science from a non-technical perspective, how would you express it to them?
Okay. So data science is something where you find deeper insights from the data. So let's take practical examples from our day-to-day lives. So YouTube is one application which uses data science at the back end. So let's say if you listen to an AR Rahman song, then of course you will get a series of AR Rahman songs in the loop coming up next. So such recommendation engines is a data science product, and not just YouTube. So you can think of n number of recommendation engines like Netflix, Amazon is a beautiful example. So let's say if you order a laptop this week, then probably you will be getting an email for a mouse or a keyboard or something related to it. But people always misunderstand that it is a kind of marketing. Yes, it is marketing, but there is data science behind these marketing, which people don't really understand. I get a lot of marketing emails, but data science people are behind every marketing emails and marketing pushes.
Absolutely, can't agree more to that. As you said, in a life, one should never give up, and we all experience that life throws many curveballs at us. Especially in the current scenario, people are facing a lot of challenges, undergoing stress, rejections, and unhealthy feelings. So, what are your takeaways facing failures, challenges, or rejections? And how did you tackle challenging phases of your life?
Yeah. First of all, failures is a part and parcel of life, everybody's life. So understand the nature of life. I mean, of course, if you participate in a game, obviously there will be one winner and there will be a runner up, and of course, there will be participants. So the important thing is to participate, to stand up, and to be there is the most important thing. So, I mean, if in this digital era, as I said, people are not closely connected. I mean, of course, we are virtually connected. We have all sorts of WhatsApp, Facebook, and Instagram stuffs. But I mean, these sorts of virtual relationship isn't gonna tie you closely. So you should take care of your mental health. That is more important because that uh, gives you energy. I mean, if you are mentally stable, then you can take decisions. You can get a clarity of mind. But if you get into depression, I mean, let's take the recent example. I mean, one of the famous actors from Bollywood. I mean, he took a wrong decision because of some failures. But this shouldn't be the case for the youngsters, particularly because India is the powerhouse when it comes to the next century. Because we have a lot of youngsters, a lot of youths. So we have the capability to be the leading workforce in the entire world. Because I'm in Europe and I could see a lot of respect for Indian people, Indian colleagues, and especially people from IT. So depression, yes, it can happen to anyone. Even I feel depressed for some time. I mean, losing always pinches you like a pin. So it is okay to get depressed, but how quickly you bounce back matters a lot.
That's beautiful, and that's a very good realization, I must say. And like, if I look back in how the generations are evolving, probably I should highlight this. The people are becoming impatient, or like somewhat like mentally aggressive or something like that, because of a lot of social media, a lot of distractions, and a lot of things, and where your insights would be very helpful and eye opener. So is there anything that you would specifically would say? So let me put it this way: what would you tell your younger self if you knew that okay, something like this was coming in my life? How would you have prepared for
Mhm.
it?
Probably I would have gone to my elders, of course, parents on the first place, and if not friends, of course. I'll try to go out and meet people. That would be my go-to option. Because if you, let's say, even if you want to cry out, just cry out and let out the emotions. That will ease the pressure. So nowadays, as people are more into digital space, people have sort of a mind calculation where they rate someone with the number of likes or comments or views from their profiles. So that is an additional aspect to everybody's life nowadays. So they see it as one additional feature of a person, but that shouldn't be the case because everybody is unique and you can be an expert in, let's say, drawing or music or arts or whatever thing that you are specialized in. So focus on what's natural to you. Focus on things that you can do beautifully, and then that will push you to certain levels.
Great to hear that. I've been considering the present scenario. What are the recent shifts in the opportunities for the international students?
Mhm. Especially during this pandemic, I've heard and seen a lot of universities are going digital. So that will probably open up a whole new domain where a whole new, let's say, whole new business model where a guy sitting in Noida or a guy sitting in Mumbai can be a graduate from Stanford in the future. Because I look at it this way: you don't have to travel to US all the way. and stay there for a few years in order to be a graduate of Stanford. So this will become a new normal. So in the future, there will be n number of Stanford graduates and Massachusetts Institute of Technology graduates going around in everywhere in the world. So that is one thing, and a lot of opportunities seem squeezed and put on hold currently because of this pandemic. A lot of people lost their jobs, and a lot of students who are graduating currently or struggling to get a hold. But I would say, please wait, guys. Vaccination is around the corner because already Pfizer has announced vaccination, and I also wanted to share a good news. Germany is about to set up 100 vaccination centers from December 10th all across Germany. So for sure, it is gonna give a positive hope to the entire world, I suppose, and then that will boost the students who are about to graduate or who students who are looking out for opportunities. So don't get bogged down. Keep learning. Keep upskilling your skill sets. So the opportunities around the corner.
So as you said, in Germany also there are new opportunities is coming up. So when we talk about especially mostly Indian students, so what is the current shift is going on in Germany for the students?
Yeah, as you said, mechanical engineers were flying high when it comes to Germany. So nowadays it's gonna get saturated in a way because Germany has a bulk of mechanical engineers in the current status, in the current scenario. So IT is getting a boom because back in 2000 or let's say 19 early 90s, IT was in a boom, especially in US, where a lot of Indians used to fly to US. It has become social status. I love myself worked
Yes.
in a reputed firm in US, but now the same shift is happening in Europe, and particularly in Germany. So I would say look
Yeah.
out for opportunities in Germany, guys. There will be a lot of opportunities, especially for Indian students in Germany in the near future.
So we can conclude there is a new hope in terms of IT and computer
Yeah,
science.
absolutely, absolutely. IT, computer science, data science, machine learning, blockchain. There are a number of opportunities in Germany and also in Europe.
So what did you recommend as a habit for people who want to achieve their goals?
Mhm. First of all, stay motivated. It is tough to stay motivated for a long period of time because we come across several things. I mean, we have so many people depending on our lives. Let's take parents, relatives, friends, um, strangers. So many people are linked to our lives. So getting motivated and staying motivated for a longer period of time is a tougher job. So stay motivated and look out for inspiring personalities around you. So don't just go with Elon Musk or Sundar Pichai all the time. So it can be some Ramakrishnan or Sundaram or Riya or Sneh Pandya just next door. So just look out for people next door who are doing a lot of good things around you, where you can take a couple of feathers from each cap because it's all about collecting feathers from everybody's cap and creating a hat which fits your head. So I look at it this way: just look around your neighborhood, look around in your network where you see people doing good things and take out key elements and key aspects from those lives.
Well, first of all, thanks a lot. And yeah, we are humbled to have that, definitely. So, like, when you were younger, did you ever think that, okay, my life would be so different? You must have thought something. I want to reach here, I want to do this, I want to probably, experience this. How different the life looks now?
So First of all, I want to make another point clear. I'm still younger. I'm
Yeah,
just 29. I'm closing on to 30 months.
right.
So, yeah, coming back to your question, as I said, the failure that I had early on in my career, let's say I failed multiple times, but my failures, luckily for me, were at 18, 19, and 20s, early 20s. So, if I want to look back and look at things, I those failures helped me a lot. It shaped me because having failures early on in your career, when you literally don't even know that is a failure, so that is a good thing about getting failed early in your career, and that gave me thrust, push that pushes me that I should win. That it reminds me all the time. So Vijay, look, you have failed so many times. So now it's time for you to win and flip the coin because every coin has two sides. So if there is a heads, there is also a tail. So I started running behind the heads, and then yeah, I'm happy with the progress. Let's see what's in the store for the next few years.
Wonderful, wonderful journey. And if I had to highlight, that second side of coin has shown you featuring in AI Time Journal in the USA, 40 under 40 data scientists in India, TEDx conferences, Josh talks, much more, many more things that you do, and you also contribute back to the society. So, what all activities are you involved into, and how is your perception to giving back from your knowledge, your pieces, and how do people perceive that? So, like, that's a completely different experience for you as well as for the people who learn it, right?
Mhm. So yeah, thanks a lot. I mean, even though 2020 has been a tough year for most of us in terms of this pandemic, it's been kind to me because I bagged a couple of good awards this year, and I had an opportunity to be on stage on TEDx stage here in Germany because not a lot of uh, foreign nationals, not a lot of non-Europeans are invited to be on TEDx stage. So getting that opportunity was massive. And right after that, I was nominated as one of the top 20 plus inspiring data scientists to be followed on LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, as I said, there are close to 36, 37,000 people following me, where I'm really proud that almost two-thirds of them are Europeans or let's say Americans. So that is what I'm really proud of because coming from a country like India, you're always followed like crazy. I mean, you even if you do a small thing, people go crazy. Ah, okay, this guy has done that. This guy has done this.
Very true.
But being in Germany, when a lot of Germans and a lot of Europeans like Spanish, Italians, French people they follow you, it gives you a whole new energy. So that is one great thing that has happened to me in the past. Yeah, I hope to continue that particular golden run in the coming years as well. Let's see.
Yes, thank you so much. We wish you the same. We will continue the golden run. And yeah, concluding this way, the one message you want to give us to our audience.
Yeah. So I always believe in giving back to the society. So look, I have started contributing to the society a lot earlier than expected. So I can do the same when I am at 40 or let's say 50. I can narrate a beautifully crafted story saying that I came to Germany in so and so years and I did so many things in data science. But that is what the world needs. Probably in 10 years down the lane, data science would have been extinct, where some other technology could have taken over. So, giving back to the society is one thing that I always believe, and I'm doing via conferences, webinars, pep talks, and I meet a lot of students. So, I always tell them to keep learning, never stop learning, and Stay motivated, that is key thing. Practice a lot, whatever thing that you do, even if it is a music, get onto it, get on the keyboard, play some stuff for hours and hours. So it took A.R. Rahman several decades, not just one decade, to be a uh, brand musician all across India. It took Anurag Kashyap and so many other people to perform really well. It took decades. So be patient, have some perseverance, and always stay humble. That is also one another aspect. If you gain, let's say, 100 followers, don't go crazy. Keep yourself intact, and your time will come. So
Thank you, Vijay, for joining us. And that's a wrap of another insightful episode 11 on the Ninja Talks podcast. Stay tuned for more exciting episodes. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn at the Ninja Talks. Till then, signing off.